Today, we've got a wild one for you as we delve into the world of tourists gone rogue. Brace yourselves for a jaw-dropping adventure as we explore the antics of those daring, or should we say dumb, who decide to take an unscheduled tour into the animal kingdom. From curious creatures to perilous enclosures, join us as we uncover the moments when tourists take a walk on the wild side. Get ready for some unbelievable encounters, hilarious mishaps, and maybe a lesson or two. If you're ready to embark on this wild journey with us, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and let's dive into when dumb tourists sneak into zoo enclosures. Number 15. Woman jumped in lion cage. An old woman jumps into a tiger enclosure to retrieve her hat, securing her place at Darwin's award ceremony. The tourists, disgusted with what the woman is doing, scream at her in fear and anger as she quickly climbs up the fence. Jumping into tiger enclosures is exceptionally unsafe, as tigers are apex predators, posing an immediate threat with their predatory instincts and powerful capabilities. She probably thinks she is safe from the tiger due to another fence separating them, but tourists are quick to point out the stupidity of her actions. The video then shows another tourist scolding her while she claps back, defending her idiocy. Number 14. Man with giraffe. Tourists and locals watch in disbelief as a man climbs the fence of a giraffe enclosure to do something that could end his life.
Hey.
The man mounts the giraffe on its back, agitating the animal and eventually making it do something shocking. Giraffes are generally not considered dangerous to humans. They are peaceful and typically avoid confrontation, posing minimal threat to people. After falling, he stands back up and immediately starts climbing the fence again to show everyone he has yet to learn his lesson. Sure enough, the animal kicks him off its back again, and he hits a pole while falling, finally learning the hard way. He climbs back up the fence, but this time to go outside the enclosure, surprising tourists. Number 13. Man and hippo. A person recorded a man near a fence in a big area where hippos live. Suddenly, the man jumped over the fence. Hippos are very big and dangerous animals in Africa. They can be mean and surprising, causing many people to get hurt or even die every year. After the man jumped over the fence, he slowly walked towards the hippos, even though they were just doing their own thing. This was not safe. Jumping into where the hippos live is dangerous because they can be mean, have strong jaws, and might hurt or even kill someone. After doing this risky thing, the man quickly went back to the safety of the fence. The hippos didn't bother with him. Luckily, the big plant-eating hippos didn't pay attention to him, or the situation could have gotten much worse. Number 12. Lady with monkeys. A lady is on a video and her friend is recording her. She's giving monkeys hot Cheetos after going into their space. Giving wild animals junk food is not good. It can mess up their normal food, make them sick, change how they act, and make them always want food from people. The lady doesn't seem to care much. She and her friend are laughing a lot during the video. The monkeys in the video really want what she has. That's not safe because they might start thinking people always have food. It's not good for wild animals to think people mean food. It changes how they act, and they might become aggressive. After having fun, they quickly left the space to avoid getting in trouble. Number 11. Man entered an elephant enclosure. This heart-stopping encounter shows a group of tourists watching closely as a deranged father drags his daughter with him into an elephant enclosure. Elephants possess immense strength and can inadvertently cause harm or fatalities with their size and weight if agitated or panicked. The tourists watch in fear as one of the elephants in the enclosure gets too agitated, deciding to do something shocking.
Oh.
The man notices the elephant charging from behind and immediately runs toward the fence, only to do this accidentally. After dropping his poor daughter, he quickly picks her up as the elephant approaches closer, almost stomping them to the ground. Everybody screams in fear, and the video ends without giving a conclusion to the frightening encounter. Number 10. Dancing in lion enclosure. Something very alarming happened at the Bronx Zoo in New York. A woman did something very dangerous, not just once, but twice. She went into the area where lions live. There are big barriers to keep people safe, but she climbed over them and got close to the lions. This was all recorded on camera, showing how risky and unpredictable the situation became. The first time this happened was in 2019. The woman, named Maya, went over the barrier and started talking to the lions and even danced.
That's what my dad used to do, though. Like, he was strange. Like a mule.
Even though nobody got physically hurt, it was really upsetting for the people who work at the zoo and for the animals. Maya told the news that she felt a special connection with the lions. She believed they loved her and thought she was the lion coming back to life. Because of what she did, the police arrested her for breaking the law, like going into the giraffe area on the same day. In a surprising twist, the same thing happened again in 2021. This time, Maya was wearing a wig, a red dress, and a leopard print shawl. She had roses and what looked like $100 bills. She said she loved the lions, called one of them a king, and threw money in the air. She danced and shouted, "King, I love you. I came back for you." Even though zoo officials said she didn't get into the same space as the lions, they still wanted to take her to court for breaking the law. Number 9. Polar bear plunge. In a scary incident at Berlin Zoo, Germany, a woman's decision to swim with polar bears turned out to be really dangerous. She did something really risky by jumping over the barriers and into the polar bear area during their feeding time. This immediately put her in big trouble, and the situation got tense and dangerous. Pictures from the incident show the woman swimming toward a polar bear. The bear, surprised by this unexpected visitor, bit her back. Despite being attacked, she somehow reached the enclosure wall, which definitely saved her life. But the danger didn't end there. She fell back into the water, and the polar bear attacked her again. Luckily, zoo workers stepped in and played a crucial role in rescuing her. They used life preservers and ropes to get her out of the enclosure quickly. Their fast and effective response helped her eventually escape from the scary situation. The woman survived mainly because of luck and the quick action of the zoo staff. It's a reminder to be careful around animals and follow the rules to stay safe. Number 8. Bear brawl. At a zoo in Poland called Warsaw Zoo, something confusing happened. There was a man who was drunk, and he got into a dangerous situation by going into the area where a grizzly bear named Sabina lives. There's a video of what happened, and it's really surprising and not safe. The drunk man was seen stumbling into Sabina's space. At first, the bear went slowly toward him, probably wondering or being confused about this unexpected person. But as the man kept moving strangely, Sabina quickly approached. The man, feeling scared, jumped into the water around the bear's place to get away. The situation got more intense as Sabina followed him into the water. A risky fight happened between the man and the bear. The man tried to push Sabina away and even tried to put her under the water. It was a dangerous situation, not only for the man, but also for Sabina. After the man finally got away, what happened next was worth paying attention to. Even though Sabina wasn't hurt, she showed signs that she was very stressed. People who work at the zoo said she was making growling sounds and acting upset, which was not normal for her. Sabina used to be part of a circus, so she was used to being around people. But this scary situation made her upset, showing how much our actions can affect animals. To make sure Sabina and the other bears felt better, the zoo did things to take care of them. They temporarily moved Sabina and the other bears to a different place to help them recover. Number 7. Swimming with sharks. At Ripley's aquarium, something surprising happened that shocked people who were there to see the fish. A man did something very dangerous. A person named Aaron Akan saw everything and said that the man suddenly took off all his clothes and jumped into the shark tank. People watching thought it was a feeding time for sharks and hurried to see what was going on. To their surprise, they found the man swimming with the sharks. This risky adventure went on for a few minutes, and people recorded videos of the man swimming really close to the sharks. The situation got more serious when the man unexpectedly did a backflip back into the water after getting out of the tank. This was not just risky for the man, but also not good for the sharks. The manager at Ripley's aquarium explained that such disruptions can be very upsetting and harmful to the animals, especially when they are in a place made to keep them safe and healthy. The people watching had different reactions. Some cheered the man on, while others, including kids, didn't like what he did. After the man left the water, he quickly ran away with a woman, escaping from the police. The man, who has a shaved head, goatee, and missing teeth, was wanted by the police for another problem earlier that night outside a place called Medieval Times Dinner Theater. He might face charges like mischief and indecent exposure, in addition to what he already faces for the earlier issue. Number 6. Serpent smooch. In Thailand, a visitor tried to kiss a python, which turned out to be dangerous. The person was really interested in the big snake and wanted to get very close to it. They leaned in to give the snake a kiss, but things quickly went from being interesting to being risky. The snake, not liking someone so close, reacted really fast. Feeling scared because a person was too near, the snake quickly bit the person's nose and held on tight. The whole incident was recorded on video, showing how everyone got scared and confused. The people in charge had a hard time making the snake let go, showing that even in places where animals are supposed to be safe, they can still do unexpected things. Doing things like trying to kiss a snake not only puts people in danger but also makes the animals stress it out. Number 5. Panda Pandemonium. In a Chinese zoo, something surprising happened when a visitor tried to wake up a sleeping panda. At Chengzuo in Jiangxi, China, a young man wanted to impress his friends, so he decided to wake up a sleeping panda named Ming. Ignoring the safety barriers, the visitor climbed a 4F fence to get closer to Ming, a 12-year-old, 265-pound panda. But Ming wasn't happy about being disturbed. She quickly tackled the man by the leg, holding on firmly as he tried to push her away. The struggle between the two went on for a few minutes, and the man barely managed to escape, almost losing his pants in the process. It's a reminder that pandas, even when sleeping, can be quite protective of their space. Number 4. Bison blunders. In Yellowstone National Park, a man's choice to pet a bison turned into a tense and cautionary story. The park, famous for its wildlife, has clear rules about not getting too close to wild animals. This is to keep both visitors and the animals safe. Even with these rules, the man went too close to a bison, which is known for being unpredictable and sometimes aggressive. The consequences were quick. Luckily, the man didn't get hurt, but another visitor, a 72-year-old woman, wasn't so fortunate. In July 2020, she tried to touch and take a photo with a bison, not realizing how dangerous it could be. The bison felt threatened and reacted strongly. The woman was gored and thrown 10 to 15 feet into the air by the upset animal. The bison attacked her again when she tried to stand up, only stopping when she lay still. She had to be taken to a hospital by helicopter because of her injuries. Number 3. Pretend zebras. In a funny and strange event, Stio and Chris Pontius from the famous TV show Jackass decided to do something really wild. In one episode that people still talk about, they wore a zebra costume and went into the lion area of a safari park. This crazy idea was part of their super daring stunts, where they mix being brave with being a bit silly. In the pictures from this stunt, you can see them wearing a costume that looks just like a real zebra. They wanted to see how the lions would react, thinking someone new was in their space. The cameras caught the lions' reaction, and it was both surprising and funny for the people watching. Number 2. Monkey Mayhem. In a strange situation at Sorocaba Zoo near São Paulo, Brazil, a drunk person caused trouble with spider monkeys. The guy, who had too much to drink, jumped a small fence and swam across a river to get to where the monkeys lived. But the monkeys didn't like it. They are usually fierce, and this time they got really mad. As the man got closer, the monkeys felt scared and attacked him. One monkey bit his arm, and another went for his shoulder. It was a big surprise for the man, who didn't expect the monkeys to react so strongly. Getting out of the monkey area was tough for the man. His arm was bleeding a lot, showing how serious the situation was. People watching and park workers had to step in to help him and make sure he was safe. The monkeys acted this way because the man was not being careful. This kind of situation is not only dangerous for people but also makes the animals upset, causing problems for them. It's important to be respectful to animals so that everyone stays safe and happy. Number 1. Utterly irresponsible. In a sad situation at the Bay Mountain Park and Planetarium in Tennessee, USA, an otter named Otto passed away because people weren't careful. Some visitors threw grapes, which were not part of Otto's usual food, into his space. Unfortunately, these seemingly harmless human foods were toxic to the otter, causing it to die too soon. This incident shows how serious it is not to give wild animals the wrong kind of food. There were signs at the park warning against this, but some people didn't pay attention. In a different case at Nanyang Zoo in China, someone was seen on camera giving a hippo popcorn, even with a plastic bag. Feeding human food to animals, especially in zoos where they have special diets, can make them sick. Thankfully, the hippo didn't get hurt right away.